strikes, scandals, and chaos. Are they destabilizing the UK government? In this video, Kemi Badenoch confronts Keir Starmer over the controversial Peter Mandelson US Ambassador appointment, Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner's challenges, and the Labour Party's mounting crisis. Plus, we explore the leadership principles of good judgment and problem solving that could make a great government. Before we get into the details, if you love diving into political issues and enjoy hearing a principled take on them, then hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to join the conversation. It will help our channel reach a wider audience.
Does the Prime Minister have full confidence in Peter Mandelson?
Mr. Speaker, let me start by saying the victims of Epstein are the forefront of our minds. He was a despicable criminal who committed the most heinous crimes and destroyed the lives of so many women and girls. The Ambassador has repeatedly expressed his deep regret for his association with him. He's right to do so. I have confidence in him, and he's playing an important role in the UK-US relationship.
This is interesting, Mr. Speaker. He says the Ambassador has expressed full regret, but the victims of the paedophile Jeffrey Epstein have called for Lord Mandelson to be sacked. And just so the House is aware, in 2019, Jeffrey Epstein was convicted of child prostitution and sex trafficking that took place between 2002 and 2005. That is the precise period which Lord Mandelson called Jeffrey Epstein his best pal. Absolutely. Was the Prime Minister aware of this intimate relationship when he appointed Lord Mandelson to be our ambassador in Washington?
Mr. Speaker, as she and the House would expect, full due process was followed during this appointment. As it is with all ambassadors, the Ambassador has repeatedly expressed his deep regret. He is right to do so. He's now playing an important part in the US-UK relationship.
Kemi Badenoch.
Mr. Speaker, I asked the Prime Minister if he knew. The fact that he didn't answer indicates that he probably did know. I wasn't asking a question about process. I was asking a question about his judgment. The Daily Telegraph reports today that while Lord Mandelson was business secretary, he brokered a deal with Jeffrey Epstein while he was business secretary, and that this occurred after Epstein had been convicted of child sex offences. Given this new information, does the Prime Minister really think it is tenable for our ambassador to remain in post?
Mr. Speaker, the relationship between the US and the UK is one of our foremost relationships, and I have confidence in the ambassador in the role that he is doing.
Kemi Badenoch.
Mr. Speaker, I think it is embarrassing that the Prime Minister is still saying that he has confidence in a man who was brokering deals with convicted child sex offenders while sitting in government. That is a disgrace. This government has repeatedly refused to declare Lord Mandelson's full interests. And as part of the appointment, there will have been extensive government vetting, including details and timings of Peter Mandelson's dealings with Jeffrey Epstein. So will the Prime Minister publish all these documents, including those about his interests?
Well, Mr. Speaker, as I say, full due process was gone through in relation to this appointment, as would be expected. As for the publication of documents, as she well knows, that's subject to a procedure which includes an independent element. It's subject to the usual procedure.
The Prime Minister cannot answer any questions. That is not the behaviour of someone who has full confidence. The Ambassador should be in the White House talking about how we respond to an incursion into NATO airspace. Instead, he is giving interviews about himself to The Sun. This is a man who already had to be removed from cabinet twice, and now we learned that he was brokering billion-pound deals with Jeffrey Epstein while business secretary. I didn't get a proper answer. He's talking about process. This is not about process. This is about judgment. Just last week, I told him that he should sack his Deputy Prime Minister. They all cheered and congratulated themselves. She was gone 2 days later. His face too is broken, and he's got a totally new front bench. So I will ask him again, will he make sure that these documents are published, and will he actually instruct Peter Mandelson to publish all his correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein?
She says the ambassador's been in the White House discussing NATO. He is, as we all are, with a number of international calls this morning and on Ukraine, as well as the attack in Doha yesterday. Mr. Speaker, I see she's finally catching up with the questions that she should have asked last week about the Deputy Prime Minister. In the meantime, Mr. Speaker, We have been opened up a new schools-based nursery. On Monday, we had the Defence Industrial Strategy. On Tuesday, we published NHS league tables to push up standards. We reopened Doncaster and Sheffield Airport yesterday. And today, we've set out how we're repairing the concrete in our hospitals.
Kemi Badenoch.
A load of waffle and whataboutery, Mr. Speaker. All they are interested right now is their pointless deputy leadership election while the country is out there suffering from an economic crisis. The Prime Minister has an ambassador mired in scandal, not focusing on NATO. He lost his deputy Prime Minister just last week for evading taxes. He's got a new Home Secretary, a new Foreign Secretary just learning the ropes, not able to help with this issue. We have strikes crippling our capital city and damaging our economy. He could use minimum service legislation, which we introduced to make the lives of the people out there better, but he won't because he does not have the backbone to face down the unions. The unions are running this government. All the deputy leadership candidates are chasing after them. And while with this government, it is more strikes, more scandal, more chaos. And the link, Mr. Speaker, isn't the link between all of this, his bad decisions, his bad judgments, and his total weakness.
Mr. Speaker.
Leaders must face challenges head-on with good judgment and problem solving. That's why we elected them, to tackle issues, not create more. Yet our leaders seem to be causing more problems than they solve, failing to deliver solutions that make our country stronger. Leaders cannot fix what they refuse to see. Denial of problems cripples any government's ability to act with clarity or purpose. Good judgment demands honesty about the challenges we face, from economic struggles to social unrest. Sadly, neither the Tories nor Labour seem equipped with the talent or vision to solve Britain's problems. Instead of progress, we get daily dose of scandal, underhanded tactics, and self-serving politics. Our leaders prioritize their own interests over the British people they were elected to serve. Too often, politicians admit their limitations by outsourcing laws and regulations, tying their hands and betraying the public's trust. For the sake of money, position, or power, they cling to roles they're unfit to serve in, risking Britain's future in the process. We need leaders with courage and conviction, unafraid to make tough calls to see Britain thrive. Leaders who embody vision, integrity, empathy, and resilience, inspiring the British people to believe in a better future. Britain deserves a government that rises to its potential, one led by individuals who govern with principle and purpose. We need problem solvers willing to fight for justice, free speech, and the will of the people, ready to sacrifice everything to make Britain great again. If you have benefited in any way from this video, please subscribe, like, share, and be sure to leave us a comment. Have some leaders forgotten that the UN's Article 19 declares free speech a fundamental human right? Are Starmer and Labour overlooking the UN's stance on this matter because it conflicts with their agenda on this issue? With freedom comes responsibility. When you accept a leadership role, you accept that the people who entrusted you with power have the right to dissenting opinions. If you violate their freedom to speak, you must face the consequences, like being voted out of office or disregarding the impact on their lives, their families, and the wider society. Ignoring the people's right to express dissent disqualifies you as an authentic leader. Honoring their freedom means accepting that not everyone will agree with you. That's not a reason to wield tyrannical laws to punish them for exercising their God-given rights. Instead, it's a chance to listen, learn, and grow. By accepting that there will be views that differ from yours in a free society, you show a willingness to understand this inevitability. which can inspire trust and lead others to willingly follow your leadership direction, if it's governed by true vision, passion, and values. What do you think? Can leaders truly serve if they silence free speech? Drop your thoughts in the comments and join the call to return to true freedom in a democracy. If you have benefited in any way from this video, please subscribe, like, share, and be sure to leave us a comment.